Planning a backpacking trip to Southeast Asia? Want to know how to travel on a budget? You're in the right place. Southeast Asia, a region brimming with vibrant cultures, mouth-watering cuisines, and landscapes straight out of a postcard. From the bustling streets of Bangkok, the ancient temples of Angkor Wat, to the pristine beaches of Bali, there's a world waiting to be explored. But let's face it, traveling isn't cheap. Or is it? Here's the thing. With the right planning and budgeting, you can stretch your travel dollars further than you might think. It's all about knowing where to go, when to go, and how to spend wisely. We're talking accommodations, meals, transport, activities, the whole shebang. So, buckle up, as we're about to dive deep into the world of budget backpacking in Southeast Asia. Timing is everything when it comes to budget travel. This rings especially true when you're planning a backpacking adventure in the diverse landscapes of Southeast Asia. Selecting the right time for your travel can make a significant difference to your pocketbook and your overall experience. Now you might wonder, when is the right time? The answer is during off-peak seasons. These are the times when tourist traffic is low, and consequently the prices for accommodations are considerably cheaper. Plus, fewer crowds mean a more authentic, unobstructed view of the local culture and beauty. Generally, the off-peak seasons in Southeast Asia fall between late spring and early autumn. But remember, it can vary from country to country, and even within different regions of the same country. So it's always a good idea to do some research before you pack your bags. Remember, traveling off-peak can save you a lot of money and give you a more authentic experience. Accommodation can eat up a large chunk of your budget if you're not careful. As you embark on your Southeast Asian adventure, knowing where to lay your head at night without breaking the bank is key. Let's delve into some budget-friendly accommodation options that will keep your wallet happy and your journey comfortable. First up, we have hostels. They're not just for the young or the solo travelers. Hostels offer a vibrant community atmosphere that can be a fantastic way to meet fellow travelers, share stories, and maybe even find a travel buddy. Private rooms in hostels are often available too, so don't rule them out if you're on a couple's adventure or if privacy is a priority for you. Next, let's talk about guest houses. These are smaller, often family-run establishments that offer a more intimate and authentic experience. Staying in a guest house can give you a unique insight into local life, and who better to give you tips on the best local spots than the people who live there? Then, there are budget hotels. Don't let the word budget fool you. Many of these hotels offer great value for money, with clean rooms, en-suite bathrooms, and often breakfast included. They might not have a pool or a gym, but when you're exploring the vibrant streets of Southeast Asia, who needs them? Now, how do you find these budget-friendly accommodation options? Welcome to the world of online booking platforms. These are your best friends when it comes to finding cheap accommodation. Websites and apps like Booking.com, Agoda, and Hostel World provide a plethora of options tailored to your budget and preferences. Plus, they often have deals and discounts that you won't find anywhere else. So don't let the fear of expensive accommodation hold you back from exploring the fascinating lands of Southeast Asia. Remember, the key is to plan ahead, be flexible, and keep an open mind. With a little research, you can find comfortable and budget-friendly accommodation all over Southeast Asia. One of the best parts of traveling is trying new foods, and Southeast Asia has a lot to offer. Now, when it comes to eating on a budget, many might think it means sacrificing taste or quality, but that's far from the truth, especially in Southeast Asia. Let's talk about street food, a staple of Southeast Asian culture. Not only is it cheap, but it's also a journey for your taste buds. From the spicy tang of Thai som tam, the refreshing crunch of Vietnamese banh mi, to the savory richness of Indonesian satay, these roadside delicacies are an affordable way to dive into the local cuisine. Street food stalls are almost everywhere, in busy city squares, along quiet rural roads, and at bustling night markets. These vendors take pride in their craft, and it shows in the deliciousness of their dishes. So don't shy away from that sizzling wok or that bubbling pot. But what if you want to have a go at cooking yourself? Well, Southeast Asia has got you covered there too. The local markets are a treasure trove of fresh ingredients at a fraction of the cost you'd find back home. Vendors sell everything from fresh vegetables and fruits to locally sourced meats and seafood to a myriad of spices that are sure to add a kick to your dishes. A trip to the market is not just a grocery run, it's an experience. The vibrant colors, the enticing smells, the hustle and bustle of sellers and buyers all add to the charm that is unique to these markets. And the best part? You get to cook a meal with the freshest ingredients while sticking to your budget. So, whether you're a foodie looking to explore new flavors, or a backpacker wanting to save a few bucks, the food scene in Southeast Asia is a paradise. Eating cheaply doesn't mean you're settling for less. It's about being smart, being adventurous, and most importantly, savoring every bite. Eating on a budget doesn't mean you have to miss out on the incredible flavors of Southeast Asia. So, go ahead, take a bite, and let the journey begin. Transportation can be another major expense, but there are ways to get around cheaply. Let's dive into the vibrant world of Southeast Asian transportation. The region offers a multitude of options to get from point A to B without breaking the bank. Local transportation is not just affordable, it's also a great way to experience the culture and lifestyle of the places you're visiting. Buses and trains, for instance, are staples of Southeast Asian travel. They're not just economical, they're also quite an adventure. Imagine winding through lush green landscapes in a train or navigating the bustling city streets in a local bus. It's all part of the authentic backpacking experience. Then there's the iconic tuk-tuk, a three-wheeled motorized vehicle that's common in many Southeast Asian countries. It's a fun and unique way to get around, and it's usually pretty cheap. Just remember to agree on a price before you hop in, and don't be afraid to haggle a little. Now let's talk about bike rentals. They're becoming increasingly popular in many Southeast Asian cities and towns. Renting a bike for the day can be a fantastic way to explore at your own pace. You get to decide where to go, what to see, and when to stop for that perfect photo op. Plus, it's good for your wallet and the environment. Walking tours are another great option, especially in smaller towns or cities. Not only is it the cheapest form of transportation, it's free, but it also allows you to take in the sights, sounds, and smells of a place in a way that no other form of transport can. You can often find free or budget-friendly guided walking tours, or you can venture out on your own with a map and a sense of adventure. Exploring on foot or using local transport not only saves you money, but also gives you a closer look at the local life. So pack that backpack, lace up those walking shoes, and get ready to see Southeast Asia like a true budget traveler. Travel isn't just about seeing places, it's about experiences. And the good news is, experiences don't have to come with a hefty price tag. Southeast Asia is bursting at the seams with activities that won't cost you a dime, or at least, not much of one. Let's start with hiking. The region is known for its lush landscapes and breathtaking views that are just waiting to be explored. Whether it's the rolling hills of Sapa in Vietnam, or the majestic volcanoes in Indonesia, there are countless trails for every level of fitness. Not only is hiking a great form of exercise, but it also gives you an opportunity to connect with nature and experience the tranquility that comes with it. Next up, local markets. Now, this might not be the first thing that comes to mind when you think of activities, but hear me out. Wandering through a local market is like stepping into a vibrant, bustling world where all your senses come alive. The array of colors, the chatter of the vendors, the smell of exotic spices, and the taste of street food delicacies all combine to create an experience that's uniquely Southeast Asia. Plus, it's a great way to get a glimpse into the local way of life. Then there's exploring local neighborhoods. Each one has its own unique charm and character. Stroll down the narrow alleys, admire the blend of traditional and modern architecture, and maybe even strike up a conversation with the locals. You'd be surprised at the gems you can find when you venture off the beaten path. And let's not forget about free walking tours. Many cities offer them, and they're a great way to learn about the history and culture of a place. Just remember to tip your guide. So you see, travel is all about immersing yourself in new experiences, and these don't necessarily have to come with a large price tag. There are plenty of experiences to be had that won't break the bank. So let's quickly recap what we've learned today. Southeast Asia offers a wealth of experiences without breaking the bank. Timing is key. Traveling during the off-peak season can save you a ton and offer a more authentic experience. Accommodation needn't be a drain on your resources. Opt for budget-friendly options like hostels or guest houses. Food is a huge part of the travel experience. Street food markets are a great way to eat cheaply and experience local cuisine. Getting around doesn't have to cost a fortune. Utilize local transport, or better yet, explore on foot. And remember, experiences don't always have to come with a price tag. Many activities like visiting temples or hiking are cheap or free. The essence of budget travel isn't about pinching pennies, but rather about making mindful decisions that enhance your journey. Remember, budget travel is all about making smart choices and enjoying the journey. That's it for today's guide on backpacking Southeast Asia on a budget. We've covered everything from choosing the right time to travel, budget-friendly accommodations, eating on a budget, getting around cheaply, and even cheap or free activities. We hope you found our tips helpful and that they'll make your backpacking adventure easier and more affordable. If you enjoyed this video and found it useful, do us a favor and hit that like button. It helps us out a lot. And if you know someone who could benefit from these tips, don't hesitate to share this video with them. For more travel guides like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Trek Tales. We've got a lot more travel tips and guides up our sleeves, and to make sure you don't miss out on any of our new videos, hit that bell button. You'll get notified every time we publish a new video. Thanks for watching and happy travels.